The stage is set here and the lights are on in Frisco, Texas for this, the Championship Division 2016 Generation Adidas Cup title match. David Goss coming to you from Toyota Stadium just north of Dallas. It's an all South American affair as two of the most classic and successful clubs in South American history face off here at the U17 level for the chance to be named champion. UD Chile out of Santiago, Chile, winners of 17 domestic titles as well as the 2011 Copa Sudamericana champion. And they face off against River Plate of Buenos Aires, one of the premier teams in the world, 36-time First Division champions in South America, in Argentina, as well as the current Copa Libertadores champion, three-time champion, and 1997 Copa Sudamericana title winner. Well, it was not an easy road to get here for these two teams. River Plate going up a goal against Villarreal on a wonder strike 2 days ago here at Toyota Stadium from Federico Girotti. They're starting forward. They went down a man after Mateo Martinez was red carded and had to defend for 12 minutes against Villarreal to get to this point. For UD Chile, they went down a goal against FC Dallas, fought back, and then Brian Garrido, a strike from distance in stoppage time of the second half, seconds before going to extra time to win it 2-1 and bring UD Chile to this title game. It's going to be a good one between these two squads as we are kicked off and ready to go between Girotti and Molina. We had a stunning first game of the championship closeout of this tournament with Atlético Paranaense of Brazil winning 5-4 in penalty kicks. And now we move to the championship division. Across the back line, it's Juan Rojas in goal for River Plate. At right back, Paredes comes in for Martinez. A dangerous header is won there by UD Chile. Augusto Aguirre and Matias Sanchez are the two center backs for this River Plate team, as well as captain is Sanchez. Medina at left back. Sebastian Sosa will play in the holding midfield role alongside Javier Molino and Gabriel Chocobar. Ferreira, the number 10, and up top, the two danger men. Federico Girotti, the leading goal scorer on this team, and this man, Alan Marcel, as it's cleared away here by UD Chile. And it's put out of bounds. 2 35-minute halves to decide a champion here if we're still tied. After that, we go to 2 10-minute overtime periods, and after that, if necessary, a potential penalty kick shootout. River Plate getting here on 8 points in the group stage, winning their opening match 2-1 against Aspire Academy, their second game 2-1 against the New York Red Bulls, and their final matchup, a penalty kick shootout victory over the LA Galaxy to close out the group stage, and then a 1-0 victory in the semifinal against Villarreal. And so you can tell from those numbers, this is a River Plate team that is experts at being efficient when they get chances. They don't have a lot of the ball. They don't dominate possession at all, but they create chances and get just enough to get themselves by. UD Chile, a similar ride for them, sneaking out with a penalty kick victory over Villarreal in the first game, which they scored the first goal against the run of play. A 3-1 win against San Jose in the second game, in which both teams were awarded a red card to finish 10-10. And then a 1-0 victory, hard-fought game over Crew SC to get to the semifinals. As I told you, dramatic winner late against FC Dallas is what got this team into the final, coming in under Marcelo Jara, the head coach of this famed UD Chile Youth Academy team. This one will be swung across the field. River play with some good link-up play here. Marcel tries to get behind the defense, and eventually it's taken away. Cristobal Campos in goal for this UD Chile squad. In front of him at right back, Christian Guajardo. The two center backs, Benjamin Morales and Lucas Alracon for this UD Chile squad. At left back, Sebastian Mora in his fifth start of the competition. The central midfield remains the same. Mauricio Morales, Esteban Valencia, and the hero of the Thursday night semifinal, Brian Garrido, scored both goals for his team. One off a set piece from the top of the box that he blasted past the goalkeeper Aviles. The other one, a 30 to 35-yard strike in the 72nd minute that dipped under the crossbar as it knuckled past the hands of the goalkeeper as well. Up top from left to right, Giovanni Bustos, Nicolas Guerra, and Gabriel Mizuela. Nicolas Bustos coming off the bench early in the game against FC Dallas. Dallas dominating the opening 15 minutes against UD Chile. A goal in the 4th minute for Jose Castro got it started. Paxton Pomical had a shot cleared off the line that was most likely incorrectly ruled a no goal. That would have given Dallas a 2-0 lead in the 15th minute. And then UD Chile made the substitution, bringing Bustos in at left mid in about the 20th minute, and it settled the team down, gave them an offensive outlet on that left wing, a player who was willing to take defenders on and create opportunities for his team. Helped earn the free kick on the top of the box that Garrido put away for the goal in the second half. FC Dallas dominating the opportunities offensively as well as possession as well. And then Garrido stepped up once again with seconds to go, blasting that shot in. Medina coming forward from his left back spot. Chance to shoot for River and wide of the near post. First look of the game here in the 6th minute for River Plate. Looked like Javier Molina pinching in this River team. They play very narrow, a diamond midfield. As you see here, the clean first touch to force it to sit up, allowing Molina to hit that ball well. Got good pace to it, just couldn't find the inside of the post. So it's a River team that plays very narrow. Their fullbacks give the width when they need to, but otherwise they're so good at choking off possession, closing down passing lanes, and then winning their duels and their battles. And when they counterattack, they do so with lethal efficiency, getting out in one, maybe two passes and setting themselves up for a goal-scoring chance. Our head official today, Rosendo Mendoza. His assistant referees, Jose J. Da Silva and Mike Berwigan. And our fourth official, Marco Antonio Vega, on this one. FC Dallas taking the 3rd place spot in the championship division just a few hours ago. Out on field 4, Paxton Pomical, what a star in the making he is. A first half hat trick, playing at center forward for the first time in this tournament. Brandon Sarviano with the 4th goal in the second half as FC Dallas cruised to a 3rd place victory over Villarreal. Service played in there and cleared away. River Plate returning to this tournament for the 2nd straight year, winning the championship division title last year here on this field. Trying to repeat. Last year they defeated Palmeiras of Brazil in the semifinal, and Eintracht Frankfurt 1-0 in the final. You see a trend. This is a River team that is very grounded in their style, understanding exactly what it takes to win. Great individual ability across the board as Girotti puts that header high, and everyone has said no one has really stood out at times on this River team outside of maybe that man, Federico Girotti, who leads the entire championship division in shots attempted, as well as a wonder strike in the semifinal that I will remember for a very long time. But this team is so good. Every player can tackle, passes calmly, ability to switch the field, ability to finish when given opportunities. So the goal scoring has been spread out, the creativity has been spread out, the defensive work has been spread out, and this team finds themselves in the final once again here in Frisco. Good work there. The shot comes away. Girotti, he's on sides, a chance to score, and he puts it home. And for the second straight game, Federico Girotti, in the exact same minute, gives his team the lead here in a winner-go-home final for this River Plate squad. A deflected shot, and Federico Girotti, every bit the poaching goal scorer, on that end line, taking risks, gets himself in position, holds off the center back, and gets his team a 1-0 lead. We love you too, Girotti. He battles with the center back, and then in the last minute, as Campos comes out to close on him, he calmly slots it to the far post. What a tournament it has been for that man. Federico Girotti, in the 9th minute, for the second straight game, gets himself the goal, his third of the competition. And Ude Chile, for the second straight game, are down early here in the knockout matches. So can Chile respond as they pick up a free kick, and the medic's being called out immediately, and looks like a yellow card's also going to be given on this one. Facundo Medina on that far side picks up the yellow card. But what a performance in this tournament from Girotti. I said he maybe is the one man who's really stood out for this River Plate team. They had a few offensive stars here last year. This team much more grounded, much more balanced. But that doesn't change the fact that Girotti is a special player and has proven that since the first day of this competition. They trailed 1-0 to Aspire Academy in the opening game before coming back for a 2-1 win. They led Red Bulls 1-0, gave it up, allowed Red Bulls to tie it up 1-1 in that game. A scrappy goal from William Rojas in the second half. They then took the lead through a volley from Javier Molina to win that game 2-1. I already mentioned the penalty kick victory over the LA Galaxy to get to this stage. And then the goal from Girotti yesterday. And excuse me, it's not going to be Molina on the yellow card. It's Matias Sanchez, the captain, as the center back came out to try and deal with that one. And this, a great opportunity for Ude Chile to respond immediately. River Plate flying high with the 10th minute goal from Federico Girotti. I believe that's still the initial yellow card being given by our head official, Rosendo Mendoza. So now the set piece coming for Ude Chile in their home blue and red jerseys. River Plate in their classic white jerseys with the red sash that has been famous since the early 1900s around the world, producing some of the best players on the planet, including Federico Higuain currently. So the right-footed service comes in. Ude Chile looking to respond, and it's cleared. And the long shot comes in, hit cleanly there. It looked like the shot coming from the left back, Sebastian Mora. Hit it on the volley, kept it level, just wide of that post. Giroti, the high pressure. Cleared by Campos. Cristobal Campos starting in goal once again for this UD Chile squad. This is a Chile team. Doesn't enjoy a lot of possession, similar to River Plate, but they're so dangerous when they do. River Plate averaging 46% possession a game for 9th in the championship. UD Chile just a click higher at 47%, 7th in the championship division. River Plate, the 7th best passing team in the competition with 68% completion percentage. UD Chile right behind them in 8th, but both teams in the opposition half so efficient. 65% passing percentage in the opposing team's half for River Plate. For UD Chile, they're just a little bit better than that at 67%. So it's not heavy numbers, it's not time of possession, but it's efficient possession. These are two of the best crossing teams in this competition, and when they turn teams over and win their defensive battles, they know exactly where to put the first ball to get themselves in a goal-scoring opportunity. Matias Sanchez, the center back, who was down after he picked up the yellow card a few minutes ago, down again off that collision. And River Plate have dealt with some injuries in this tournament. Damian Shiro had to go out in the second game of the tournament. They're starting forward with an injury. He's come off the bench the last few games. They lost their other center back, Augusto Aguirre, to an injury at halftime of the semifinal. So they've had to move pieces around due to some injuries. Really one of the few teams that's had those problems. Most of the other teams have been fairly healthy. And now Matias Sanchez, the captain of this team and starting center back, is down after that collision. Giroti for the second straight game with a 10th minute goal to give his team the lead and showing you the type of player he is. Last game, a stunning strike from 20 yards out, looping over the goalie's head. This game, scrapping along that back line for every little piece he could pick up. As you see Sanchez here in the collision with Mizuela, leading to the injury. And he is still off the field. A chance maybe for UD Chile to take advantage. The cross comes in towards Sanchez's spot as Gabriel Chocobar is back to defend it. Left-footed shot. Big save there from Rojas. Great look for UD Chile as that they start to turn up the offensive pressure. First corner kick of the game coming here for UD Chile. Esteban Valencia is standing over this one. He took the set piece from the other side just a moment ago. The right-footed in-swinger coming up as the center backs move forward. And it's taken by Rojas amongst a lot of traffic there on the goal line as we are at the midway point of this first half. 2 35-minute halves plus stoppage time to try and decide a champion. And Marcel is in behind, and he goes just a bit too long, and Campos is able to take it off his feet. River Plate leading 1-0 here in the title game of the championship division, the 2016 Generation Adidas Cup. 35-minute halves, 5 substitutions per team. If we're still tied at the end of regulation, we go to 2 10-minute overtimes in a PK shootout, which we saw in Atletico Paranaense knocking off Monterrey 5-4 in our first title game. Here in the championship division, FC Dallas won Group A on 6 points ahead of the Mexican U17 national team on 5 points, Valencia on 4, and TFC on 3 points. FC Dallas beat the Mexican U17 national team 1-0 in the final group stage game to get into the semifinals. In Group B, River Plate, I mentioned, their road to back-to-back 2-1 victories over Aspire New York Red Bulls and a penalty kick shootout win over the LA Galaxy put them on 8 points. The Galaxy sat in second place on 5 points. Back-to-back penalty kick victories over Aspire Academy and New York Red Bulls and a penalty kick loss to River Plate. The New York Red Bulls finished on 4 points. Aspire Academy out of Qatar on 1 point in their 3 games played. And in Group C, Ude Chile in first place with 8 points. Villarreal qualified for the semifinals as the highest scored, or the highest or second place team on 7 points. And the San Jose Earthquakes finished with 3 points due to their 3-0 win over Columbus Crew SC, who finished on 0 points. Continue to see how efficient this River Plate team can be in the attack with that last chance for Alan Marcel, who just got tripped up, coming off 2 passes on a turnover. Much different than the way Villarreal plays, who had almost 70% possession in the semifinal and couldn't get a single goal against River Plate, or Atletico Paranaense in Monterrey, who we saw in the Premier Division title game just a few moments ago, who were both teams that looked to knock it around and play short at times. This River Plate team is very direct, very grounded in the way they play. Sosa with the mistake. River are able to maintain possession. River Plate knocking off Tigres of Mexico in the Copa Libertadores final last year to win that competition for the 3rd time, which means they will be heading to the Club World Cup this coming December. Ball lost there by, it looked like Ferreira. Ferreira wearing the famous number 10 of this team, following the footsteps of great attacking players like Ariel Ortega, Alfredo Di Stefano, of course. Current coach Marcelo Gallardo, a one-time DC United designated player, an Argentine international. This River Plate team, so great at producing players through academy as well as buying young players from around the continent, spitting out the likes of Juan Pablo Angel and Radamel Falcao from their team. Of course, the rivals of Boca Juniors in Buenos Aires, as well as San Lorenzo, Pope Francis's team. But tonight it looks like River Plate are the team that may be blessed as Ferreira looks to take this set piece. The right-footed service coming in. River Plate leading 1-0 here thanks to the early goal from Federico Girotti. He tries to flick it on at the near post, still alive in the box, and Campos is able to deal with it. Cristobal Campos tries to punt quickly. This Ude Chile team used to playing almost as direct as River. Girotti down the line. Can't quite find his teammate. The sun setting here in Frisco, Texas. Perfect conditions, you have to say, to play soccer. We've been through it all. Freezing rain, insane driving winds, and now we get sunny and clear, 68 degrees. A perfect way to end this tournament. It's been a lot of fun to bring you all of these games. We hope you enjoyed it as well. In the fourth day of games, which we brought you the semifinals on, Aspire Academy knocked off Columbus Crew SC 2-0. The Mexican U17 beat the LA Galaxy 1-0. TFC beat MLS opponent San Jose Earthquakes 1-0. Valencia and the New York Red Bulls went to PKs, in which the Red Bulls took a victory. And then the two semifinals, River Plate 1-0 over Villarreal, and Ude Chile with the 2-1 win over FC Dallas. The teams playing as well today, another set of games. Every club guaranteed 5 games. New York Red Bulls and Mexico U17 national team tying 1-1. As well as, I mentioned, the FC Dallas hometown team taking a 4-0 win over Villarreal for third place. Another corner kick played in, cleared at the near post. And an early substitution once again coming from Ude Chile. So for the second straight game, an early sub. This one looks like it's also not an injury. 5 subs coming on. 5 subs, allowed per team in this competition. Matias Parra coming on. And it looks like he's coming on in place of Brian Garrido, the 2 goal-scoring hero of the semifinals. That's a huge loss. He's also the set piece taker. He goes off and he's sitting down behind the bench over on the side, but no medical trainer really looking at him, and that would be an incredible substitution to make for Marcelo Jara, to bring off the man who carried him here. And now it looks like a trainer is unwrapping his ankle, and maybe he was trying to come in and play through an injury, and he just was not able to soldier through. And that, as big a loss as you could have for this Ude Chile team, the engine to their midfield, as well as their set piece specialist, going off here in the 24th minute. Matias Parra coming on in place of him. And we'll see if he'll go in like for like in that midfield. He started 2 games earlier in the competition. Has not appeared in the last 2. Nowhere near the chance creator or goal scorer as Gallardo. Cross coming in from the right side. It's going to go over Marcel, who's able to get back to it, but his touch just too long. Remember, Mateo Martinez, who started all 4 games of this tournament at right back for River Plate, suspended today due to the red card in the semifinals against Villarreal for 2 yellow cards, including a first yellow for kicking the ball after the play, after he was called off sides. Probably the biggest mistake we've seen any River player make so far in this tournament, as they've been extremely composed and professional besides that. And it looks like Javier Molina is taken down there. A little ping pong played as these 2 teams look to settle the ball down. Girotti called for a little bit of a hold there right in front of the River Plate bench. And Girotti not happy with the call, but His technical staff trying to keep him calm. So just about 8 minutes left of regular time to play here in the first half of the championship division. And I apologize. Being told now that that was for an illegal throw. Illegal throw in for River Plate. The second they've had of this game, which surprising considering the level these players are capable of playing at and the experience that they have. Shiroti trying to chest that one down for his teammate. Stays on the ball and finds Molina's feet. Molina sprays it wide to Ferreira. Ferreira sets the defender up well, is able to earn the throw in deep in the attacking half. You see the perfect field here at Toyota Stadium, the surface for this title clash between these two teams, all of the clubs. Chance to come out and watch FC Dallas face off against Montreal Impact on Saturday night, coming away with a 2-0 win thanks to Mauro Diaz and Maxi Urruti. Both of those players, Argentine, coming from down River Plate's way. Urruti scoring as well today in FC Dallas's win in Washington, D.C. as they cruise to a 3-0 win over D.C. United. Dallas continuing their good form, and as I said, a few young players that they had in this tournament, and it seems like that team isn't going to slow down anytime soon. Paxton Pomykal, but Jesus Ferreira, son of former MLS MVP David Ferreira, may have been the best player in this championship division. They had a couple strong players throughout the team, and Blake Willis at left back, Mark Salas at center back, the captain and steady presence of that team, and a few battlers in midfield, Jomar Reyes and Jose Castro, that look like they might have a future with FC Dallas's first team. Today, Chile spray the ball out to the far side. Looking to go around Medina. Handled well by River. Molina, good footwork to get out of some pressure. Still battling with two Uday Chile defenders and still comes away with the ball. Trying to get to the end line, whips the cross in, and it's put out of bounds for a corner kick. And you see Giroti with his hands up, applauding the work there of Javier Molina as he battled away on that far side and earns the corner kick that now Christian Ferreira will step up to take. Ferreira, 2 assists already in this tournament, looking for a third, and the open header in the middle of the 6-yard box, and it looked like River Plate was going to make it 2-0 here in this first half. And now Uday Chile back the other way. Bustos with the chance to shoot, and he doesn't get enough of it. It looked like it was going to sit up for him to try and maybe put one over the keeper's head. And Bustos showing how direct and dangerous this River Plate, this Uday Chile team can be on the counterattack. Two teams looking to counter against each other. Someone's going to have to possess it at some point. Giroti with the cross down the middle. Closed on there by Gabriel, and now Sosa sprays it wide, but Marcel clearly offsides. It rolls out deep in the half. We'll see if River can put some pressure on defensively. So Brazilian champions in our first title game. Will it be Argentine champions in our second? Bustos loses his shoe, and the cross whipped in by, it looked like, Marcel. Uday Chile still have a danger man in Patricio Hurtado on the bench, capable of scoring some goals. They need that offensive sub. Federico Hiroti's 10th minute goal, the difference right now for this River Plate team. The squad up 1-0 for the second straight game. Good open field tackle there by Sanchez. River move it from left to right. Sosa gets it wide finally to Paredes. Good passing right now from River Plate to open up space in the attacking third. And eventually Chacobar able to force Ude Chile to put it out of bounds. River Plate look like the team more comfortable controlling possession here if they have to. As I said, both these teams not high possession teams, but River Plate up over 60% here so far in the first half. Just a few minutes left to play. So clearly they have stepped up to take that mantle in this one, especially after scoring the goal. Happy to control the ball and let this game slow down. Ude Chile, one or two good looks. Bustos with a chance off the counter on River's corner kick. But he hit right into the hands of Rojas. River 4 shots so far in this one, just 2 to Chile, each with 1 shot on goal, but Rivers was the goal. As Marcel now has space down the right side. He puts it right on the keeper, and Campos able to knock it down and keep possession. We've seen Alan Marcel take those tough angle shots throughout the tournament, taking a chance really from anywhere he can. Like a true goal scorer, always thinking he has the opportunity to score. As that cross is played in. It's wide of everyone. David Goss here on MLSsoccer.com for our final broadcast of what has been 8 long days of soccer. We started last Friday with the opening streams of both the Premier Division and Championship Division of the 2016 Generation Adidas Cup. And we have wound our way all the way down through 3 group stage games, 2 sets of semifinals, a championship game, won in penalty kicks by Atletico Paranaense over Monterrey. And now we stand here on the closing seconds of the first half of the Championship Division title game as River Plate lead Ude Chile 1-0. Here in the preeminent youth soccer tournament in the United States. That ball will roll out here in stoppage time of this first half. Rosendo Mendoza in charge of the clock, assisted by Marco Antonio Vega as the fourth official. Not much work to do so far for River Plate's Juan Rojas. Just 1 save on 2 shots faced. And on the flip side, Federico Giroti has made the most of his opportunities, scoring what is now standing as the winning goal in the 10th minute. Federico Giroti, his 3rd goal of the competition, doing all the dirty work and then calmly placing it in the corner and rolling out to celebrate with his teammates as Giroti gives his team the lead for the 2nd straight game. We'll step aside and be back in a few moments with all of your second half action to this Championship Division title game here on MLSsoccer.com. So these two teams are out and ready to go to decide the champion of the championship division of the 2016 Generation Adidas Cup. You see the trophy there that they are fighting for. Red and blue ribbons for these two clubs, and we are ready to kick off the second half here as the Argentine Giants, River Plate out of Buenos Aires, lead UD Chile out of Santiago, Chile. 1-0 here in Toyota Stadium. I'm David Goss on MLSsoccer.com. We've seen a Brazilian champion crowned. Will we see an Argentine or a Chilean champion to join them? River Plate looking to respond and win back-to-back championship division titles here as they were crowned last year and returned to defend their crown here in 2016. River Plate in Chile, bringing a level of physicality and direct play to this competition out of South America. I was talking to a group of French coaches who talked about how physical the South American teams were last year at the U17 World Cup down in Chile, and how the European teams struggled to step up to that level of physicality and intensity that these teams bring. And now they go toe-to-toe with each other. Guerra, the center forward, has barely had any touches here in this game, as he then barrels over Matias Sanchez, the captain, who's sitting on a yellow card after going to the ground twice in the first 10 or so minutes of this game. He gets pushed over from behind. He's saying to the head referee, Rosendo Mendoza, that's the second foul. Should be a yellow card. UD Chile trying to work it out of their own half. Lucas Alracon, who's moved into midfield in place of the injured Brian Garrido, as Matias Parra has taken his place at left center back. A huge loss for this UD Chile squad, as Brian Garrido, who scored both goals in the semifinal to help them upset FC Dallas and get to this stage, is out. And now a yellow card coming here, it looks like, for Santiago Sosa. And it will be the second yellow card of the game for this River Plate squad. For River Plate, a reminder, Juan Rojas in goal, Franco Paredes in at right back, filling in for the red card suspended Mateo Martinez. Augusto Aguirre, Matias Sanchez, and Facundo Medina make up that defense. You saw Santiago Sosa there, the holding midfielder on this team. He's flanked by Gabriel Chacobar, Javier Molino, and Christian Ferreira. And up top, the danger man, Alan Marcel, number 17, and alongside him, the lethal number 9, Federico Girotti, who has the lone goal so far in this game. So UD Chile floats this one in to the top of the box. Initial header one away by Sosa. UD Chile maintained possession. A tough collision there between Garajado, it looked like, and Marcel. And now Ferreira pushing it up the line and out of bounds. for this Chile team. Cristobal Campos in goal. Christian Guajardo, Benjamin Morales wears the captain's armband at right center back. And as I said, Matias Parra, the substitute, at left center back. Sebastian Mora finishes off the defense. In the three-man midfield, Esteban Valencia, Mauricio Morales, and Lucas Alracon. And up top, right to left, Gabriel Mizuela, Nicolas Guerra, and Gio Bustos. But as I, of course, give you that lineup, a substitution's made by Marcelo Jara, the head coach. And it looks like coming off is going to be Esteban Valencia. And coming on, Diego Montenegro. Montenegro, a couple goals already in this tournament. Was replaced in the starting lineup to close out the group stage, and now gets the opportunity to come off the bench. He has one goal so far in this tournament, started all three group stage games. And now a chance to prove that he can be a difference maker. Free kick will go here in favor of UD Chile. A couple good looks in the first half, most of them shots from outside the box for this UD Chile squad. Only one shot on target. 2 total shots, both of them coming from outside the box, says our data and stats partners, Opta. They have put together data from all of these games this week of games and tournament, not just about the players. The coaches have had the opportunity to come together. Every off day has held a coaching symposium for the MLS Academy coaches as Girotti's looking for his second here, and the right-footed shot over the top, and well refereed by Rosendo Mendoza as he gives the yellow card there, Matias Perez, but allowing advantage to play on as well. So coaching symposiums, talks from the international teams that have come here about their efforts in youth academy development and scouting from clubs across the world like UD Chile and Celta Vigo and Villarreal, talking to soccer greats like Raul here representing La Liga, as well as chances to learn about the data from Opta that they can potentially use to help them judge as well as coach their young players. Also a great opportunity for these officials, a chance for Pro to bring in all of their officials that are waiting to make it to that next level, have them work alongside each other in some strong crews, improve their potential to become USL, NASL, or MLS referees. There are now 2 balls on the field. It's the big tournament for a lot of different groups. The meeting of minds here in Frisco, Texas. Parra with the ball down the line, and it's knocked out of bounds by River Plate. River Plate in a different type of battle now here against UD Chile. Villarreal in the last game dominating possession against River Plate. almost 70% possession. River Plate almost 60% possession tonight. So a complete reversal, showing you the chameleon-like ability of this team. And as I was saying in the first half, really the unbelievable skill through all 11 places on this team is what makes this squad so strong. Allowing them to play in different styles. The throw in quickly to Molina. Closed down immediately by Ude Chile. Gabriel Mizuela then clapping his hands, trying to get some energy in his squad. I said Chile's not a team that dominates possession, but there doesn't seem to be that spark in this squad, considering this is a championship game, something they fought so hard and almost were on the verge of not making it to. It's been a long week for these young players, but a necessary experience for them to learn how to travel, especially for clubs in South America that face off in international competition at the pro level with Sudamericana, Recopa, and Copa Libertadores across a huge continent. Molina has it taken off his foot. Rosendo Mendoza setting a little bit of a screen there. And then Matias Sanchez is taken out, and a decision now for Mendoza. And he's going to give a yellow card here to Mauricio Morales. So the yellow card's starting to rack up here in the second half. Or is it Diego Montenegro with the yellow card? It may have been wrong at the initial. Matias Sanchez is now down on the ground for the third time already in this game, and this one is ugly. Sanchez clearly let the ball go, flipped up and over. And so another yellow card here coming for Ude Chile. It looks like Chaco Gabriel, as well as a Gary standing over this one. Chaco Bar will hit it short. River looks to maybe run a little bit of an organized play. And now it's Mazuela taken down by Medina. No card coming on this one. So these two teams starting to get a little bit physical, and that's not a surprise as the potential of this trophy gets closer and closer. These two teams are going to scrap in any way they can to try and come away with it. Girotti showed that on his goal. Ude Chile showed that in their mental resilience to come away with a win over FC Dallas in the semifinal. Shot comes in, and it's in the back of the net. Devastating there for Campos. I said it in the first half. Alan Marcel continually taking shots from almost no angles with that goal-scoring instinct and confidence, and it pays off for him. A shot from basically the end line, low and hard. Cristobal Campos tries to get down to make the save and lets it squeak into the box, into the goal. It sits up well. Marcel, not for the first time in this game or in this tournament, directly off the throw-in, rips the shot low and hard. And Cristobal Campos, no one else to look at but himself, puts it in the net. And Alan Marcel making it 2-0 here in the 49th minute. A huge mistake, you could say, from Ude Chile, but it just goes back to the style and philosophy of this River Plate team to take the risks, to have confidence in themselves, to not need to dominate the game or control the game, but to be able to be difference makers in the small opportunities that they're able to create. Alan Marcel has been taking shots like that the entire tournament. Shots from tight angles from the end lines and the sidelines. And that one, he made count. What a moment for the young Argentine striker. Wasn't the starter at the beginning of the tournament. Has come on now and started the last two games. Gets his first goal of the tournament there on that shot. I do believe it will go to him. I don't think it'll go down as an own goal to Campos, but I cannot be sure. Free kick coming now for UD Chile. Can they respond in any way? They need to get halfway back in these next 5-10 minutes to give them time to put the pressure on and try and win or try and get this one to extra time. Our first championship of the day went to extra time and then penalty kicks. UD Chile, I'm sure, if you offered them penalty kicks right now, would take it in a second. Free kick in favor of River. These two teams looking to settle it down. They push it out wide into the path there of Masuela. Medina's ball won't stay in. But Chile don't have a lot of time to waste now. They have to make something happen somewhat soon here. River Plate leading 2-0 in the title game of the championship division. The more prestigious division of this generation Adidas Cup. Looking to make it back-to-back winners for this club in this competition. They're running the 2015 edition. Finals, a lot of times, cagey affairs. Two teams that don't want to lose. And this River Plate team has found two fortunate openings that they've taken advantage of to put themselves up 2-0. We have two substitutes coming for UD Chile. Waiting along the sideline, it looks like Patricio Hurtado as well as Francisco Gonzalez are ready to come on. But first, the free kick. Paredes takes it. On that far post, wide open. A chance to head it home for Morelis. And he misses wide. And that, as good a look as UD Chile has had here in the second half. And it looks like they're going to go center back for attacking player as these two substitutes are ready to come on. It's a great opportunity for UD Chile. So Hurtado and Gonzalez come on. And it looks like the substitute and center back Para comes off. Chile looking to make a couple moves to try and find a difference maker. Hurtado here immediately on the ball on that left wing. Finally, River Plate is able to come away with it. The throw-in going to UD Chile. Looks like the other substitute maybe Gabriel Mazuela. Or excuse me, Nicolas Guerra, and Mazuela has gone up top to center forward. Slide tackle made there. Well done by Gonzalez. Medina pushing forward, and he gets shoved in the back and goes down. This is exactly what River Plate wants. A chance to take the air out of the game, relax a little bit, push their defensive lineup, and maybe an opportunity at goal as Medina shoved in the back by Guerra on that play. So it's Matias Parra and Giovanni Bustos who come off, and Hurtado will go in on that far left wing for Bustos. And it looks like maybe a risk here necessary, though, and Ude Chile might be going with a three-man back line. We'll see how Gonzalez plays it. Javier Molina standing over this one. Looks like a shot coming. And over the top of the crossbar. Good shape to it and power from Molina. Now Chile try and break out. Ude Chile out of Santiago, Chile. Rivals of Colo Colo, the other big Chilean club. 17-time champion. 2011 Copa Sudamericana champions. Facing off against one of, if not maybe the biggest club in South America. Probably is between River Plate and Boca Juniors. Great Brazilian clubs as well as Chilean and Colombian and Ecuadorian clubs, but no one, I don't think, that can match the prestige and continued success of River Plate and Boca Juniors. And a collision there between Mazuela and Aguirre. And we play through it. Long ball coming from Rojas. And that, an obvious foul right in front of our referee as Gonzalez gets involved pretty quickly. Well, maybe not the way he'd like. Hurtado out wide left. He puts the cross in low and at the near post and cleared too easily for River Plate. And Alan Marcel is going to do some great work over these next 14 minutes on the counterattack. We saw it against Villarreal when his team went down a man. Federico Girotti went out with an injury, and Marcel up top by himself continued to pick up the ball, beat his man one-on-one, allow his defense to breathe a little bit and open up some space. Just south of 12 minutes of regular time left to play here at Toyota Stadium in the title game of the 2016 Premier Division of the Generation Adidas Cup. Guerra with the Meg. Gets by one defender, but Medina closes on him and is able to steal it away. Now Molina once again beats his two defenders, beats a third defender and is out into open space. He plays it in for Marcel. Marcel one-on-one, takes the early shot and wide of the far post. Textbook counterattack from this River Plate team. Late in this title game, Javier Molina beats three defenders, puts it out in the path of Alan Marcel, and allows Marcel to get the shot away. This River team will continue to be dangerous even while protecting this 2-0 lead. Textbook one-touch passing here as they play a little keep away and knock it around on this left side. River Plate putting on a clinic right now as they look comfortable with their 2-0 lead in this one. Uday Chile grasping at straws a little bit, trying to find a lifeline. They just need one goal to put the pressure on River. Almost a turnover there. Uday Chile finally does towards the turnover. Guerra pushes it wide to Hurtado. Hurtado, not great open field speed, but a tricky player who knows how to score goals. Gonzalez over the top. Mazuela's on sides. He collides with Rojas, and the foul will clearly go against Mazuela. Rojas telling Rosendo Mendoza that's not safe. Goalkeeper gets the call anyway. Substitute coming on now for River Plate. So the night is over for our opening goal scorer. Right now, the leading goal, the game-winning goal, Federico Girotti, his evening's done. As you see, Nicolas Nieres getting ready to come on. Uday Chile knocked that one away. And it looks like it's Augustine that came on. This midfielder as a substitute. Clearly River Plate understanding that they can just maintain what they have. No need to push forward. Of course, if they get another goal, they won't be too upset. Good footwork there on the far side. Cross-played in towards Molina. Knocked away ahead of Ferreira. And it goes out for a corner kick. River Plate will be in no rush to take this one. So a 9th-minute goal for Federico Girotti to open up the game for River Plate. And now Alan Marcel with a late goal in the 49th minute. And River Plate currently sitting on a 2-0 lead here in the title game of the championship division on MLSsoccer.com. Corner kick coming. Ferreira takes it short to Molina. Molina cutting infield. And Molina, it'll go off his foot last and out for the goal kick. Molina, not explosive, not maybe creative and tricky in the vein of Julian, the number 10 for the Brazilian team Atletico Paranaense, but great technique and control and perseverance, and he's been taking defenders on all evening. He wins a free kick there as the minutes start to click down. River Plate getting closer and closer to a second straight Champions Division title at the Generation Adidas Cup. After a 2015 win over Eintracht Frankfurt in the final, they look close to a 2016 win against Uday Chile in the final. Matias Sanchez with the clearance. River Plate will be happy to knock this ball around the midfield as Uday Chile start to come in harder and harder on their tackles, with the frustration building and their inability to really even get any looks on goal towards the end of this one. Shot comes away for River and snagged by Campos. The fingertip save from Cristobal Campos. I'm sure he'll be saying to himself, where were those hands on Marcel's shot? The volley from basically the end line that snuck in off of Campos and into the bottom corner of the goal. A really back-breaking goal as Uday Chile were struggling to create opportunities, but as long as it was just one goal that they needed, they had the chance. River taking a 2-0 lead really put the wind in their sails. Molina battling there in the midfield. Chile come away with it, but turn it over. Ball to Augustine at the far post. Left-footed shot, drilled, and off the far post. A gorgeous left-footed volley there, beating Campos. And just a few inches from being a wonder goal. Cross comes in, Marcel trying to win it at the near post. And Rosendo Mendoza running on as Marcel leaving maybe a stud or two out after the play, as this game is starting to get scrappy. And Uday Chile, as well as River Plate, have to keep their composure. River, 2 goals to protect. You don't want to give up unnecessary fouls or unnecessary potential red cards and put your team at a disadvantage in any way. And Uday Chile have to find a way to focus. Guerra surrounded by white jerseys. Good job to find Mazuela down the right side. Now Mazuela with the cross to the far post, too strong. Over the head of the whole team, and then it goes out of bounds on that far side off the foot of Morales. Brian Garrido, 2 goals in the semifinal to get this Uday Chile squad into this final. Had to go out with an injury early in the first half. A big loss for this Uday Chile team, as Nicolas Nieres is preparing to come on here. It looks like in place of Ferreira, and it will be. So Christian Ferreira's night is done. And Nicolas Nieres, who came on in the semifinal as a substitute as well, comes in here for his 4th appearance of the tournament. For Uday Chile, Jorge Pavez, number 17, coming on as well as a substitute in that stoppage. Big switch of the fields from Uday. Hurtado looking for help. To the feet of Morales, who collides and loses the ball. And now River will look to work it out of their own half and relieve pressure. Just a few minutes left in regular time here in this final. River Plate leading Uday Chile 2-0 on their way to lifting the trophy. Medina with the run down the left, and he can't keep it in, but it won't matter. Good work from him to at least push the game back into Uday Chile's half and relieve some defensive pressure. River Plate squeaked out a 2-1 come-from-behind win over Aspire Academy to open up tournament play 8 days ago. They followed that up by fighting the New York Red Bulls to a 2-1 win after leading 1-0 and giving up the tying goal in the second half. Javier Molina with the goal in that one to give his team the 2-1 win. And they finished it off with a scrappy 0-0 draw against the LA Galaxy and a penalty kick shootout 4-3 to win the group. In the semifinal, it was a early goal once again from Federico Girotti, a wonder strike out on the far right side, a volley that dipped over the head of the goalkeeper, buried into the back of the net to give them a 1-0 lead over Villarreal, and they gutted out the final 13 minutes, man down due to a red card against the La Liga giants Villarreal for a 1-0 semifinal win. Girotti once again here in the 10th minute with the opening goal. Alan Marcel from no angle with the second goal. And River Plate sitting on a 2-0 lead here as we enter the final minute of regular time of the penultimate game of the 2016 Generation Adidas Cup. 8 days of competition over the span of 2 divisions. Atletico Paranaense, without conceding a goal, crowned Premier Division champions in our earlier final match over Monterrey, 5-4 in penalty kicks after a 0-0 tie. And now River Plate sitting at a 2-0 lead over UD Chile as we enter stoppage time here at Toyota Stadium for the final few minutes of the 2016 Generation Adidas Cup. Marcel closes that one down and puts it out for a throw-in. A throw-in here for Chile. UD Chile just haven't been able to find an offensive flow in this game. They haven't really found much of any offensive flow throughout the tournament, but they've been able to create little half opportunities to get themselves goals, get themselves leads, and hold on. A 1-0 win over Crew SC in a scrappy final group stage game, as well as a 3-1 win over the San Jose Earthquakes, and a penalty kick win over Villarreal to open up group stage play. Just like River, they squeak their way through the semifinals. A stoppage time winner from about 30 or 35 yards out for Brian Garrido to get a 2-1 win, but it won't matter. River Plate, for the second straight year, win the title of the championship division of the Generation Adidas Cup. And for once again, the trophy is headed to Buenos Aires. Federico Girotti ends as the team's leading scorer with 3 goals in the competition. And what a tournament it has been for him. Alan Marcel gets the second one in this final as River Plate with their shirts off and ready to dance in this one. Federico Girotti, his 3rd goal, which brings him in to a tie for 2nd in the Golden Boot race, gives his team the lead early on. Opposite of his goal yesterday, it was beauty. Today it was scrappy, and it was all it needed to be in Alan Marcel, the volley. He takes the risk. He's got that goal scorer mentality, and it sneaks between Campos and the post and in for the 2nd goal as River Plate see out a 2-0 win and keep a clean sheet for the 3rd straight game. Chapela Valencia with 4 goals himself will win the Golden Boot here, and I am sure Rojas of River Plate will win the Golden Gloves as the top goal scorer in this one. So the River Plate of Buenos Aires, for the 2nd straight year, are champions of the championship division. For Craig Bandy, Ken Jones, myself, David Goss, everyone on our crew, and everyone at MLS and MLSsoccer.com, thank you so much for joining us throughout this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Go to MLSsoccer.com for any more information as we give some players of the tournament and some highlights to watch. And, of course, all your Major League Soccer news. Have a great night, everyone, and have a good weekend.